This gorilla has a crayon in his hand. It looked at the beetle on the glass. Unexpectedly, it started drawing on the paper. The zookeeper couldn't help but laugh mockingly at the messy drawing, but the little girl saw it right away. What it drew was clearly a beetle. This gave the gorilla great encouragement. Then it drew a carrot to give to the baby elephant in the next cage. The baby elephant was indeed very happy after seeing it. The little girl showed the drawing to the circus director. The director was overjoyed immediately. The gorilla could actually draw. This was simply a huge business opportunity, so he put up advertisements overnight, starting to promote the painting gorilla. The next day, a large crowd of spectators flocked in. They began to watch the gorilla's performance, but the gorilla threw away the crayon in its hand. The director angrily questioned the gorilla why it didn't draw. The gorilla had a stubborn look on its face. It turned out that on the stage, it suddenly realized performing painting, although it could win temporary glory, it would be imprisoned and restricted for life. It suddenly thought of a way. First, let the dog go to make trouble, taking the opportunity to attract the zookeeper's attention. Then hide in the gorilla's cage. The gorilla pretended to be asleep, tricking the zookeeper into opening the door and coming in. Just as the zookeeper was walking fiercely towards the dog, the gorilla suddenly appeared behind. The zookeeper fainted on the spot. Then it locked the iron door, let the baby elephant and other animals out. After crashing through the glass door, it led everyone towards nature, but the outside world made them a little confused. After that, they rushed into a small woods, led by the gorilla. They mistakenly thought they had finally returned to the forest. The green grass in front of them emitted the fragrance of soil. This was the taste of freedom, but they didn't run far. The scene in front of them made them freeze. The front was brightly lit. It turned out that this was just a park. At this moment, the director suddenly chased after them. The gorilla understood. They couldn't return to the forest by themselves, so they had to choose to go back with the director. Seeing the paint given by the little girl, the gorilla suddenly had a bold idea. The evening performance proceeded as scheduled. The moment the curtain was lifted, everyone was stunned. The regimental commander looked back. This was the first time the audience saw the gorilla painting. The painting depicted the forest where it lived. It was the freedom it had long desired in its heart. The audience broke into warm applause. This painting deeply shocked everyone. At this time, the little girl suddenly remembered. Before the performance, she was holding her drawing book, telling the gorilla a story. As long as you can draw what you want, the wish will definitely come true. And now the forest painted by the gorilla. It was exactly the freedom he wanted. Then the little girl quickly told this news to the reporter. After the reporter's report, people all began to sympathize with the gorilla. They soon began to protest and demand its release. Seeing the protesting crowd, a smile finally appeared on the gorilla's face. In the end, the director had to decide to close the circus, one after another. The animals were sent away. The gorilla finally returned to nature. Here, it saw its own kind. The beautiful scenery in front of it was exactly the same as in its painting.